Yo lads, how you doing? Welcome back to another video and let's get stuck into it. We're back in a normal setup. The microphone is good, it's all nice and crispy, and let's get stuck into some news that was going on in the last week, which I didn't have the time to really go into. I wanted to break down into it. I wanted to look at the community. I wanted to look at the actual content that we were given, get a good idea of what is actually going on, and just my initial first impressions, because I saw the trailer when it was first released. So first things first, tell me down below in the comments, what is your thoughts on UFL? And of course, you'll be seeing in the background of this video, the actual gameplay trailer itself. Cheapest and most reliable coins on the market. Go down to u7buy.com. Link is down below in description, and make sure to use code Vizeh at checkout for 5% off. If you somehow, if you don't know of this game, basically it's a new football game which is going to be released this year on PS and on Xbox. I believe it's actually not going to be released on PC initially. This is aimed to be a direct competitor to PES and most importantly FIFA. Don't forget as well, alongside UFL, there is another football game also being made called Goals. So right now there's currently 2 football games which is currently in development to challenge the FIFA football monopoly as what we have right now, because really it's largely FIFA. PES has its own niche fan base which I actually think is really good, because for me PES offers a much more better realistic gameplay experience, especially with mods where you need mods on PC to really experience PES in its best form. I've tried it, I've done the mods, I really do enjoy it. However, you've got to really delve deep in that, and you can't be a casual. You can't just sit down and play, and that is for some people the problem with PES. UFL seems to be, in my opinion, more of a middle ground between PES and FIFA, which it tries its best to be in this sort of fair to play, skill always wins kind of mindset. However, looking at what we've seen and how to talk about it, it's more online driven, which kind of makes me think that it's going to be more aimed on the FIFA style of how to do things. I want to take a look at a screenshot right here. So this is from the actual gameplay trailer, the gameplay reveal. Now I want you guys to look at this current menu right now. This is in the gameplay reveal, and I think it's really important because we can really see what's going on here. Now, this is what seems to be its own version of Ultimate Team. We can see play match, modes, could be a tournaments like DKTs, could be like a table, like a league system as well. And then there's transfer market. Now, of course, how can you obtain players? I mean, maybe it'd be scouting in like how they do things over in PES. I very, very highly doubt there'd be packs in this game, because all it seems to be is to be the opposite of what FIFA is. There's fair to play slogan that they always say, but I doubt there'll be anything that'll give people a competitive advantage. However, you can see to the right hand side it says Team Pass. Now, I need to say this right now. Keep in mind, this is a free-to-play game. Free to play. How well UFL as a company, Strikers Incorporated, how would they make money? Because they've got to make money. Now the issue is, a lot of people are worried about microtransactions. For a free to play game, typically there's always microtransactions, and usually it's riddled in the entire game. But of course, how they've portrayed this game is that it's to be everything that FIFA isn't, which isn't supposed to be paying any money. Of course, we can see such thing as Team Pass here, which makes me think that this is some sort of Fortnite-esque Battle Pass system, which such things such as potentially kits, badges, aesthetic items could be purchased, or I guess, as what I would presume, some sort of Battle Pass, Team Pass system. There is this other screenshot here, which is very interesting, because this is essentially Ultimate Team, which by the way, the menus, UI, looks very good. I really do like the look of the UI. It looks crisp and clean, and I think it does look really nice here. Let's have a look at what we can kind of tell with this screen. Teamwork stat, fitness stat. But look to the left, it says total cost, chemistry. So it's got chem, but total cost. And is it to me, but does that look like a credit card? Is this simple credit card? It's going to be interesting to see how they can balance making the game fair, however having a coin system. Like, is it easy to get the players or not? That's going to be a really interesting thing for them to try to balance out, because again, the entire point of this is to be anything but FIFA and to be the fair to play game. So of course, in theory, you would like to make it so that anyone is available. Of course, in this launch, they've got 8 licensed teams. That's where you'll see the same teams here: Besiktas, Monaco, Shakhtar Donetsk, West Ham, Celtic, Rangers, and of course also the ambassadors. And most importantly, let's look at the gameplay shown. Now, here's some clips here, which you can see some, I mean, fair to say, questionable defending. I mean, just look at this clip right here, yeah? In this clip, you can see that there's a crossing from Masaraku to Antonio, and you can see, just by the defender here, for some reason this kind of runs to nothing. I mean, I gotta be honest, lads, like, I really hope this does well. Whoever edited this at UFL, is this the best sample you had? Like, were you on like a time restraint? I'm gonna hope that maybe it was on like a low difficulty, as they're only 2 minutes in and they've already scored. However, you should possibly give a better sample of, you know, the AI than when you see a defender just kind of just run into absolute nothing. You know what I mean? Also, people say the graphics are similar to a mobile game. I think the graphics, they look, from what I've seen so far, they look good enough. They look more than good enough to me. It's not bad by any means. It looks pretty good. Of course, what is the most important thing is how it actually feels on the ball. And again, just by what we see here with the minimal, I got almost minimal gameplay footage here. There's not really much here. But of course, they've not given us that much information, so we can't really just judge it just based on this. I do like the fact there's a league table. I think that's a really cool thing. All in all, from what I've seen, for a free-to-play game, every single person should try out this game. And of course, I like the fact that they're not rushing it. It's not being rushed. UFL will have ranked and unranked modes. It will allow 2v2 and also 3v3 matches and also special events, whatever that means. The UFL's Global Online Football League is their main mode, which I presume is the leaderboard of the table. I was looking down below in the comments of a video that I saw on YouTube, and I feel like I want to just read out the other side of things. So people that are really critical in this game, maybe they're very hardcore PES fans or FIFA fans, and I just want to give their thoughts to try and like balance out what the kind of all-round feeling is with this game. Zenzo says, I'll say that people are not critical enough actually, as the overhyped gameplay release was nothing short of a disappointment. Their focus on just a toned-down version of Foot/My Club is extremely limited, and the game won't even be available for PC. Given the storm Konami faced for the game release, the reception of USL has been surprisingly magnificent thus far. Moreover, no one at Strikers Inc. has ever mentioned how the monetization will work in this game, or in different words, how will they make money from a free-to-play game. It is to be expected that the game will become pay-to-win at some point in time, which won't make it any different from bigger and better titles like FIFA or PES. I can't see any reason to be excited over this title unless the gameplay will be absolutely brilliant, which is still unknown. Chris says, you might claim people being too harsh, but the reality is you're being too soft. Being free or a new company doesn't mean the game shouldn't be judged for what it is. eFootball was a brand new game, but it was still dreadful. Well, I mean, it's still made by Konami, but okay. It's an online-focused FIFA clone. The clips we've seen show poor animation work and non-existent defending. This game clearly wants high scores because it's what online and professional gamers want. So it will be fast, arcadey, and dumb AI, and will likely have easy-to-exploit mechanics to heighten scorelines. The lead dev has already said manual controls sound like cheating, so this will be on the rails with FIFA. They're clearly spending a lot of money. Ronaldo alone would cost a fortune, and the game is free. So what does that mean? Microtransactions galore. Also, I might add, the Unreal Engine is not good at sports titles. That's why only mobile sports titles uses it. So that is the other side of the fence, because I'm not part of UFL. I'm just a guy that wants to see a good football game. I'm on neither side here, so I thought it's also helpful to give that side of your people that are a bit skeptical on the game. Tell me your thoughts down below in the comments. For me personally, I am more than happy to welcome it, and I really hope that it offers, at least at the absolute minimum, a niche into people that want the perfect balance of the enjoyment of like an OG FIFA. The way that I see this, I imagine Kurt, which is of course part of this project, I imagine that he'll be aiming at trying to make it the more similar to FIFA 17, FIFA 18 as he possibly can. That is what I imagine is the main game to try and focus on, as Kurt is a massive part of it, and 17, in my opinion, I think a lot of people's opinion, is probably the best FIFA game in terms of skill gap gameplay. And 17, what was it? It was fast, responsive gameplay, agile passing, limited defensive AI. That is what I imagine this game will be aimed to, and if it is anything like 17, I think it'd be a really good game. How would it make money? Will be interesting as well, but I'm more than open to it, and I think that this, from what I've seen, has got potential to be something good. Tell me your thoughts down below, and hope that you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.